Yoga to cleanse your Agna Chakra. The Bij mantra of this chakra is Om, the cosmic sound. So keep chanting Om throughout the practice. The first exercise is palming. Rub your palms and generate heat in between your palms. Rub vigorously. Once the warmness or heat is generated, press your palms against your eyes. Keep it for 10 to 20 seconds. Feel the warmth in your eyes. Do not press so that it creates a strain in your eyes. Gently press it against your eyelids. Feel the darkness in your eyes. Observe the darkness. This relaxes your body instantly. We should repeat the practice for 3 times. The color of the Agna Chakra is indigo and it is located in between our eyebrows. The element associated with this chakra is light. This Agna Chakra takes care of our pineal gland, pituitary gland, brain, eyes, nose and all the neurological system. The Agnya Chakra and the Sahasrara Chakra above this chakra are interlinked. Any imbalance in Agnya Chakra will be reflected in Sahasrara Chakra too. Pineal gland and pituitary gland are the master glands of our human body. They control the endocrine system of our body. Maintaining balance of this chakra is very important for our overall health of the body. When you repeat the practice for the 3rd time, rub your palms and keep your fingers pressed on the point in between your eyebrows and do the practice. Each time you can stay from 10 to 30 seconds also and should be repeated thrice. Once knowing the importance of each and every chakra, we will be able to keep it balanced to avoid any health issues. Relax. Once performing this, start blinking your eyes in a fast manner. Do it 5 to 10 times and then slowly relax and move on to the next pose, Mahamudra. Position yourself in Vajrasana. Slowly exhale and bend forward. Try to keep your head or forehead on the ground. You can hold your hands at the back or hold at your feet. When you perform this sequence, imagine yourself as light. You can travel as fast as a light can travel. As how your thoughts can travel very fast, in the same way, just imagine you'll be also able to travel fast. And also keep your focus in between your eyebrow center. Remember this throughout the practice. For people who are not able to bend completely, keep any cushion or any support in front of your knees and slowly exhale and bend forward. You can keep your eyebrow center pressed against that support and stay in the pose for 30 to 40 seconds. Do normal breathing while you stay in the pose. Do not hold your breath. As I always say, do not strain yourself while performing yoga. Flexibility and strength should be built over time and should not be stressed on our body. Slowly relax and then we'll move on to the next asana, Makarasana. Lie down flat on your stomach. Spread your legs wider and turn your foot outwards. Cross your hands in front of your head and position your forehead and press the eyebrow center on your hands. One can stay in this pose up to 1 minute. This is a relaxation posture. This calms the mind and the body. Our intuition and insight about the future depends upon the strength of our Agnya Chakra. As we believe our eyes and ears to know the truth, we should sometimes believe our intuition too. Get the connection with your intuition or inner mind to travel the hard days with the help of your intuition. Visualization practice helps in balancing the Agnya Chakra and building your intuition power. Once completing this pose, slowly relax. By turning to your side, wake up. The next asana is Upavishta Konasana. Sit comfortably with your legs wide apart. Do not strain to spread your legs wide. Keep a distance that is comfortable for you without giving you any pain. Place any cushion in front of you for support. Now slowly hold the cushion and exhale, bend forward, inhale, go up. Exhale, bend forward, inhale, go up. Repeat this for 3 to 5 times. This increases the flexibility and we will be able to hold the pose. Now slowly exhale, bend forward and try to touch the eyebrow center onto the cushion. This stretches our leg muscles and also activates our Agnya Chakra. The height of the cushion can be decided according to your flexibility level. You can increase or decrease the height. Also make sure you do not hunch your back. Try to keep your spine as straight as possible when you bend forward. Always bend from the hip. Since this chakra is physically located on the head, blockages can manifest as headaches, issues with sight or concentration, and hearing problems. Sinus, insomnia, and other sleep disturbances are also common for the people who have imbalance in this chakra. People who have trouble listening to reality or who are not in touch with their intuition may also have a block. When open and in alignment, it's thought that people will follow their intuition and will be able to see the big picture with better clarity. Once completing this asana, slowly close your legs and hug your knees. Stay there for a few seconds and then we'll move on to the next asana, Dolphin Plank. Start from four-leg position. Bend your elbows and press it on the floor. Now interlock your fingers and stabilize your elbows and forearm on the ground. Once done, slowly extend your legs outside. Support your body on your toes and on your forearm. Stay in the plank position by focusing on any one point in front of you. Do normal breathing. Do not hold the breath. Initially, you will be able to hold this pose for just 5 seconds. But that's okay. Relax. Relax for a few breaths. If you're not able to perform the previous variation, now we will perform a beginner variation. In the same way, press your forearms on the ground, interlocking your fingers. Extend your legs. And now slowly bring your knees down. Keep your knees on the floor. Do normal breathing. Now, keep one leg over the other and slowly lift the legs above the ground. This is an easy variation and you will be able to hold it for a few more seconds with better energy. Beginners can start from 10 seconds and gradually increase up to 30 seconds. Relax for a few breaths. Roll to your sides and then get up. We'll move on to the next pose, Dolphin Pose. From the four-leg position, bring your hands down like we did in the previous asana. Now slowly tuck your toes and lift your hips up like Downward Dog Pose. Keep your elbows firm on the ground and your toes tucked. One can place the heels on the floor if they feel comfortable. If not, it's okay to keep or stand on the toes. If one feels tight stretch behind the thighs, one can keep the knees slightly bent and stay in the pose. This pose can be repeated from 3 to 5 times. Many balancing and inversion postures are beneficial in activating this Agnya Chakra. Sirsasana is the best, but I am not doing it here as it is always recommended to learn Sirsasana under the guidance of an expert with separate attention. Relax, and now we'll move on to the next pose, Eagle pose. We'll start with a beginner variation, performing only for the hands. Bend your arms and cross the left arm over the right, hooking at the elbows. With arms hooked, draw your forearms together and wrap your right palm around your left palm, crossing at the wrist. Lift the elbows to the height of your shoulders while keeping the shoulders sliding down away from your ears. For people who are not able to completely cross the arms, can just try until you feel comfortable. Slowly with practice, you will be able to lock the hands as I show here. Once completing on one side, repeat the same on the other side. Hold it from 5 to 30 seconds as per your comfort level. This asana increases the flexibility of your hands and also improves your intuition by activating the Ajna Chakra. Performing the twist in the hands and also in the legs is the complete variation of Garudasana. For beginners, can practice only with the hands. Later, once you improve your confidence, you can start practicing with the support of your wall. Twist your legs like I have shown here. Slightly bend your stable knee so that you will be able to stand best. Once stabilizing the legs, slowly twist your arm and stay in the pose from 10 to 30 seconds. Initially, staying for 5 seconds with balance is also okay. This is an advanced variation. Focusing needs a lot of effort from within. If our focus misses just by a second, we will not be able to stand in the pose. Now, we'll repeat the same in the opposite direction. In the beginning stages, one can lean on the wall until their hip and then practice this asana. This is an advanced asana, so do not be harsh on yourself. Take your time and practice every day to get expertness in this pose. People with a balanced Ajna Chakra will be more focused, determined, and will be trusting their own power whenever they do any activity. This gives them success in whatever work they do. Because of their powerful intuition, they will be able to predict the future and lead a peaceful life. People with little big thighs may not be able to accomplish this pose in the beginning. Keep performing the pose in the way that you feel comfortable. Practice and consistency will bring the perfectness in the pose. Repeat this asana twice on each leg. This pose is having numerous benefits. I'll just list a few. It provides the balance to the body, alleviates sciatica. This completely stretches the body from tip to toe. This augments mental attention, strengthens the leg bones, brings flexibility to the overall body, elongates the arms and thighs. Relax, shake your legs for a few seconds. Once you complete the asana, we'll move on to the next pose, Padahastasana. Stand with the feet together. Inhale, raise your arms up, slightly bend backward. Exhale and bend forward with your spine straight. Do not hunch your back. Try to reach for your toes. But if you are not able to bend until your toes, you can hold your ankle or knees or even the thighs. Just make sure your spine is straight and you do not feel any discomfort. Stay in the pose with normal breathing. Try to stay in the pose for 20 seconds. This stimulates the nervous system and also our circulatory system. Slowly relax. When you wish to get up, you can slightly bend your knees and then get up. Relax and we'll repeat the asana one more time. I'll be doing in the sideway direction for you to have a better clarity. For people who are not able to feet together, they can give a small distance between their feet, and your hip should be in line with your legs, and you should be bending forward from the hip. If one is not able to bend forward, they can slightly bend their knees and try to bring their body down. Agnya Chakra is also known as third eye chakra. The name third eye doesn't mean the physical third eye. It means looking at the world in a different angle. Leaving our ego and looking the world with a different perspective is the purpose of this third eye chakra. Regular meditation practice and visualization practices will help in activating this third eye chakra. Slowly relax. This is a preparatory pose for the next pose, Ardha Padma Pada Hastasana. Beginners who will not be able to do this asana can continue performing the Pada Hastasana twice or thrice. Stand straight. Bend one leg and place it near the thigh of the other leg. Balance yourself and now slowly exhale and bend forward. Once you feel stable, try to keep your hands on the ground. Stay in the pose for 10 to 30 seconds. This one leg forward fold needs much focus and attention to stay in the pose. Also, while relaxing, you need to be cautious and slowly get up. Beginners do not try this pose without a wall support. Now, we'll repeat the asana in the opposite leg. Always take one deep inhalation and exhale when you bend forward. This helps in properly bending forward from the hip without any cramps. All the focusing and balancing asanas helps us in activating the third eye chakra. After practicing these kind of asanas, you will feel calm and peace from within. Always do this pose cautiously and with complete focus. If you are not able to keep your hands down, one can use blocks or any support near your legs to position your hands on them. Meditation practices before practicing these kind of asanas will give you more focus and concentration. Slowly relax and then stretch your legs. We'll move on to the next asana, Parsava Nindra Pada Asana. Parsava means side. Nindra Pada Asana is another name for tree pose or Vrikshasana. So let's begin the asana. Position yourself in tree pose. Get support from the wall to get balance. Slowly raise your arms and try to lean to the opposite side of the leg that you have bent. Stay focused and keep your arms to the sides of your ears. Do not bend forward. Feel the stretch at the sides of your hip. Balance and stay in the pose for 5 to 10 seconds and repeat the same in the other leg. Bending too much will cause instability in the pose. So bend until you feel stable and comfortable. Stay in the pose with normal breathing. Focus at any one point and try to stay in the pose. Slowly relax. This pose can also be done with the support of a wall. Support until your hip onto your wall. Now begin by practicing the tree pose and then slowly bending to the side. This method is much more easier than the one without the wall support. Feel the stretch in your hip and in your leg muscles. Stay in the pose and repeat in the opposite direction. Whenever you practice any balancing asanas, Rather than focusing on any point outside your body, you can bring your focus in between your eyebrows. This helps in activating the Ajna Chakra. Repeat the asana twice on each leg. And when you complete the asana, don't forget to shake your legs and hands to relieve any strain in your muscles. Relax and we'll move on to the next pose, the Warrior 3. We have practiced Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 in our previous sequences. Now we'll perform the Warrior 3. Stand straight. I'm holding the window with one of my hand and slowly raising the other hand, the other leg. My body should look like the letter T. The hand and the leg should be in line with the body. Stay focused. Slowly relax after a few breaths and will repeat in the opposite direction. All the asanas that we have performed today are advanced and difficult focusing or balancing asanas. So take necessary support wherever needed. Try to engage your feet and straighten your knees. For people who are practicing these asanas for the first time, you will not be able to replicate the same as I am doing in this video. So please practice and get yourself prepared for doing these poses at a better level. Always complete the sequence with Shavasana. Thank you.